Hey, Meghann Scully, and this is the Limerick Post Show. Coming up in today's show, the big interview is with Limerick singer-songwriter Fergal Hash. First up, though, the top stories in Limerick, and voters will go to the polls tomorrow as Limerick City and County councillors fight it out for a seat for the election in 2020. Next up, Vicki Phelan won Book of the Year at the Umpus Book of the Year Awards for her memoir, Overcoming. Now to our Out and About section, we headed to Colaiste the Iosaef in Kilmallock and we chatted to some of the students who have creations for the Kouture competition. We're here in Colaiste the Iosaef in Kilmallock and we're going to check out some of these outfits behind me. Check them out, aren't they pretty cool? It is all for Kouture that is taking place in March, and we're going to find out what exactly materials were used here and how much time and effort the students have put into these outfits. There we're now joined by one of the girls' teams. What are your names?
Shauna Kirby.
Emma Hanley.
Leah Moffat.
Now tell me about this outfit. I think it looks absolutely stunning. What's it called?
Lady Ophelia.
And tell me the inspiration behind it.
We were just inspired by the storm that happened 2 years ago, and we just wanted to focus on climate change and then just make a dress out of it.
I have to say it's absolutely incredible. And tell me about the materials in this dress.
Originally we started with egg cartons to make these roses to represent the food waste during the storm. And then we moved on to Shauna's couch fluff. So storm clouds. And it's made from, the underneath of it is a old bridesmaid's dress.
Wow.
For this bit. And then we had CDs for lightning.
I have to say it's absolutely incredible. And did you girls all make this dress?
Yeah, we started in late September, early October until the end of January.
It's absolutely incredible. And who did the makeup?
Yeah.
You did it yourself?
Yeah.
Wow, it's amazing.
Thank you.
Are you looking forward to Kouture?
Yeah, we're excited to see how far we get.
I think as well, having climate change now, it's obviously something your generation are really passionate about and really like, you know, you're actually making the difference. So it must be incredible to be able to put something like this together.
Yeah, it is, because I just want to represent climate change.
Well, girls, all I say is the very best of luck and we can't wait to see you at Kouture.
Thank
Thank you.
Okay, so you can tell me all your names?
Kevin Sheedy.
Patrick Finn.
Dean Casey.
Tell me about this project here that we're looking at.
So it's Laker Gale, it's for Kouture, and it's made out of hurley banding, bottle caps, rivets, an old hurling helmet, an old hurley. It's just leather. Yeah.
Tell me, what is it like to wear this?
It is different now. It's not like something you buy in the shop, but yeah, no, it's funny now. I'm not going to lie, but it's something different anyway, and you have to do stuff different in TY, so you might as well get out of your comfort zone anyway, and that's all we're doing.
Absolutely, I think you are rocking the outfit. Can you tell me about sourcing the materials and how you got them?
The materials, we asked our teacher to get the leather for us. She helped us out. We got the hurley banding in Cahill's below down in town. The bottle caps, we went to pubs to get them, and the helmet, Kevin had the helmet at home.
So I suppose it's a real community project, this, not just a school. Everyone from the community helped out.
Yeah, everyone, pubs, Cahill's, anywhere. Ian Carroll even for the spray paint and stuff. So
It's absolutely incredible. And tell us, are you looking forward to Kouture?
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of crack anyway.
Well, look, I'll say we cannot wait to see how you get on, and I have to say I love this, and I'm hoping to see this out and about in Kilmallock someday.
Yeah, I don't know about that now. It's not. I don't know. No, it's not suitable for that now. Maybe out in a nightclub sometime or something like that.
Lads and Laochra Gael, thank you so much for chatting to us.
Thank you.
Tell me about this project, what it's called and what we're looking at.
So this is Coral Reef, and it's kind of based on ocean pollution. We just kind of want to promote the dangers and what it's doing to the ocean, all the plastic. So that's why we use this plastic to kind of represent that.
Can you tell me, where did you source all this plastic?
We got the plastic, it's window covering film when our new extension was being built in the school. So we found it in the scrap at the back of the school and we said couldn't go to waste.
That's so good that you got all those materials. I said the new school, I think it's only just this year's kind of the first year of it. So you collected all of this and you've made this amazing dress. Tell me, how long did it take to make it?
4 or 5 months. Since 2 weeks into September we started planning it, and we were only done just before the deadline in January.
And tell me, who came up with the actual design?
We all kind of just sat down and kind of drew ideas, and we came up with that, all three of us.
So I think what we're seeing right now, as you said, this takes 4 months. All the outfits have taken so much time and effort. Have you had a chance to do anything else in TY?
There's been times where we've just kind of wanted to leave it and been like, no, junk is over. But I'm actually really happy that we stuck through it. I think it turned out so good. And you'll never know. The competitions.
When is Kouture taking place?
The South regional finals are in March. 6th of March, yeah. And then it's to the regional finals then, hopefully, after that.
And I have to say as well, I was admiring the shoes as well. There is plastic detailing on the heels. Are the heels comfortable?
Yeah, within reason.
And you'll have to do a stage performance as well, won't you?
Yeah, 60 seconds I think it is. The live
Amazing.
final, yeah.
Well, all I'll have to say is we cannot wait to see the three of you all up on stage on your outfits with your performances at Kouture. The very best of luck.
Thank you.
With TY coordinator Michelle Daly. Now, first of all, you must be so proud of the students and what they have made here.
Absolutely. I mean, their talent and creativity is absolutely fantastic. And to come up with totally different designs is absolutely wonderful. And they're representing school fantastically.
I think as well, Kouture is such an amazing thing for students because, as I said, all about like recreating like a waste, I suppose, like finding the plastic from outside and using materials around the school and the community. It's so good.
It's a great way of getting the community involved in the school because, I mean, they've made more trips up and down to the recycling centre below here in town and to Cahill's and different areas. So it's a great way to promote the school because they're great kids, you know, very Mallory, very, very proud of them. So it's great to show teenagers in a good light because very often they're not given a good light.
And Kouture, I know, is great fun. When I was back in school, we used to get trips up and down to the competitions. Like, it's great for the whole school.
Absolutely, yeah. So we're hoping to take a bit of support with us. So tickets will be on sale on the 13th of February. And we're hoping that a few parents and friends will come along with the lads, like, you know, to support them on the day, yeah.
Michelle, tell us, like, how much work goes into making these outfits? I mean, they said they started them 4 months ago.
Well, I mean, if you were looking at their Instagram pages, you'd see people huddle around paint pots at home in kitchens and bedrooms and plaiting and twisting and cutting. It's an amazing amount of work. It's not just in school. And in fairness, the teachers have been very, very good, especially in the lead up to the actual final date, in allowing students out of classes to give them the time as well to actually get everything finished and get all their video and their pictures done for the final date. So it's been fantastic, huge amount of work.
It's absolutely brilliant. And as well, I suppose, as you said, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. There's outfits that have to be made, there's two models, but there's also a showpiece as well.
Well, this is it, exactly, Dave. So they'll have to choreograph a dance for all their music. They've all picked a certain piece of music that suits their team for their dress. And, that has to be done now in the next few weeks and practice that. But they're dancing in the musical as well, so they're used to dancing at this stage, you know. So they'll have their musical in April as well. So, yeah, good practice for them.
They don't want to be going to school 7 days a week with all this work that they've got going on.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then we have a few subjects to do as well, you know, so getting the tests and the assessments as well. But yeah, they're very, very busy. And that's what TY is about. It's like Pa said, getting out of your comfort zone, trying something different, sampling different subjects, different competitions. And it's a fantastic opportunity for them. And they do partake well in everything. So it makes my life easier as their TY coordinator, that they're fairly easy to wrangle around the place, I suppose, you know.
They're a great group. Don't forget about Gaeilge now as well, okay, during the year. Michelle, thank you so much for bringing us out here to Kilmallock and for showing us all the outfits. And all we can say is the very best of luck.
Thank you very much. Just want to say that we had the art teacher, Niamh O'Hara, was involved with Coral Grief with the blue dress, and she did a huge amount of work with the girls. So just wanted to mention to Niamh there as well.
Absolutely incredible. Thank you so much.
No bother at all. Thank you.
We're here in Thomond Park Stadium where Willie O'D is about to abseil down from the top down to the bottom in aid of Milford Hospice. So let's head on down and see how he gets on. Congratulations, abseiled down from Thomond. How did it feel?
Thanks very much indeed. It felt a bit scary at times, but when I got the hang of it, it was okay. You know, it's a great experience. I'd recommend it.
And are you afraid of heights, I hear?
I am afraid of heights, yeah. And I tried not to look down, but it was impossible not to look down because I just sort of gauged the distance I was from the ground. But, you know, I got into it after a while, so it's an experience. It's been great.
It's pretty incredible too because you're completely on your own coming down there.
Absolutely, you're very much alone with yourself, and if anything goes wrong, it's the end. And you know, I mean, you're always conscious of that. But you know, it's a great experience, I must say, and it's something that I would, as I say, recommend now. Having done it, the first time is always the hardest. was.
And of course, all for a great cause.
All for a great cause. Yeah, we're trying to raise a few euros for Milford Hospice, and anybody who wishes to contribute, all contributions greatly received.
Willie O'Deal says, well done and congratulations, and a very special moment for you.
Thank you very much indeed. It's been a very interesting experience. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're here in Sexton's Bar on Henry Street. I'm joined by Limerick singer-songwriter Fergal Hash. How are you getting on?
Not too bad, Meghann.
Tell us, 2020, have you set like a mood board or a plan, or have you gotten into this new year with resolutions, or what's the crack?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to get going, obviously, early in the year, so I'm hopefully going to have a new album out, maybe around June time, and a single in March, so I'm kind of putting the plan together now, yeah.
How is the whole process of putting the album together going for you?
Well, I have a lot of it recorded, actually. I recorded a lot of it last year already, so it's kind of more into the kind of production side of it now in terms of, album sleeve and the promotion and everything, things like this, so, yeah.
Has it been like blood, sweat and tears, or is it kind of like an enjoyable process, and, are you kind of like dying to get to the finish of it, or are you actually enjoying putting it all together?
Well, the recording is enjoyable because you're hearing all the songs coming together in the studio. I record at my own home studio in Cora Sounds recording. So that's always an enjoyable part of it. It takes time because I'm doing it myself. But it's when you're hearing the songs come together on the speakers, it's exciting. The kind of production of the CDs and that, and the inlay design and that. I'm not really a graphic designer, so that's a bit tricky for me, and I might get a few people to give me a hand with those types of things. But the music side I enjoy. The other side of it, maybe not as much, but it's part of it, so you have to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Take us back to your own start to your early days of music career, and kind of when you realised this is something that I'm really passionate about and that I actually want to be doing more and more.
Well, I suppose I really started getting into music kind of when I was about 13, 14 in secondary school in a Copswood College in Pallaskenry, And there was a few of us got a band together. We were called Nemesis, and we were big into kind of the hard rock and heavy metal bands at the time, like Nirvana and Guns N' Roses and AC/DC. So we used to do their covers of their songs, and we'd play at school concerts and that, and wreck the joint, that kind of thing. Frighten a few teachers and priests out of the hall and that kind of thing, So that's where it started, and then that kind of broke up because people went off to college and things like that. But kind of around my mid-20s, then I started kind of writing my own songs and kind of finishing off songs as well, because I'd often have bits and pieces recorded, I wouldn't come back to it. But as I got a bit older and I wasn't going out drinking as much, I was able to kind of sit down with the guitar and kind of finish stuff off. So then I did a few EPs and that kind of thing over a few years, but I released my first album in 2013. It's called Take It Over, and then I did another one in 2015 called Pieces of Everything, and now this is the third one. It's going to be called Golden Sky.
Absolutely incredible. Now, you obviously mentioned Nirvana, Guns N' Roses, obviously very influential through your teenage years. Are they still your influences, or what is your influences now?
Yeah, there'll still be a lot of that in there. Yeah, even in this album now, there's a lot of loud guitars, But there's some kind of ballady stuff as well, So, but as time goes on, you kind of evolve a bit. Obviously, everyone does, I think. You know what I mean? So, kind of into singer-songwriters as well, like Josh Ritter and a bit of Bruce Springsteen, that kind of thing. And some of the maybe bands that came on after that as well. The likes of, at the moment, there's a band in England called Royal Blood. I quite like it. Yeah. Bit of Noel Gallagher, that kind of thing. Manic Street Preachers, that's where I'm coming from.
I think I've noticed a trend now lately that the big guitar rock bands are starting to make a comeback, whereas they kind of went there for a while. I think DJs kind of took over, but now I think they're really starting to come back. As you mentioned, Royal Blood there in a big way, which must be for someone like you who's mad into rock bands growing up. It must be great to see that coming back.
It is great to see it coming back. Yeah, I mean, we're hearing a lot of pop on the radio, so all well and good. There's a Scottish singer we're hearing a lot of on the radio at the moment, which I'm hearing a bit too much of. But it's good to hear the guitars, and in Limerick as well. Loads of great original bands in Limerick, I think it's as strong as I can ever remember in my life in terms of singer-songwriters as well, and bands, and doing original stuff, which is great.
I have to say, we've interviewed quite a few people already on the Limerick Post Show, and every genre as well in Limerick. You've got the indie, you've got the pop, you've got the rap, you've got there's bass as well. There's just so much jazz, everything. It's great to see. So it must be, as you said, being in this sphere with all these people when it's so strong. It must be great to see so many people. And I think one thing I've noticed is how supportive Limerick artists are of each other.
Absolutely, yeah. There's a great scene here, and I meet loads of people at gigs and open mics and that, and everyone would be informing each other about places to record, even things like this, venues to play in, different open mics, in maybe outside of Limerick a bit as well. Everyone's supporting each other, and that's great because it's the same in any industry. I think everyone that's in the same business, needs each other as much as anyone else, and then on top of that, then hopefully with promotion and that, you can kind of get people who mightn't know you through the music to like your music based on promoting it.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely incredible. So do tell us what date the album's out and where we can get it.
It's probably going to be June. I haven't had an exact date yet, but all details will be on fergalnash.com and my social media.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Is all your social media Fergal Hash?
Yeah, it's all Fergal Nash Facebook, Fergal Nash Music on Facebook, I think. And the main website is, as I said, fergalnash.com, Twitter, all the various places. And I got T-shirts and CDs, the whole lot. You can give me a shout anytime.
Absolutely super stuff. Now, before we go to your performance, tell us about the song you're going to perform. Okay,
the song I'm going to do, is going to be the first single from the album, and it's called Around the Town, and it's pretty much just about knocking around Limerick doing your shopping.
Absolutely love that though. I love it. So it's local as well.
Local as well. Well, when I go to other towns, I say it's that town. For time being, it's Limerick.
Fergal Hash, thank you so much for chatting to us here in Sextons today.
No problem. Thanks for having me, Meghann. Great.
This one's called Around the Town.
Anytime I seek a brand new face, I meet the world going round the town. Anytime I need a warm embrace, I meet the world going round the town. Going round the town, going round the town, going round the town. Oh yeah. Any day I've got the time to waste, meet the world going round the town. Anytime seek a brand new face, meet the world going round the town. Going round the town, going round the town, going round the town. Because they're sucking me in before I even begin, before I even explore. They've been here before. Oh, oh. Oh, oh. Anytime I seek a brand new face, I meet the world going round the town. Anytime I need a warm embrace, meet the world going round the town. Going round the town, going round the town, going round the town. Because they're sucking me in before I even begin, before I even explore. They have been at my door, and now they're kicking me out without a shadow of doubt, without a moment of truth, that I'd stolen their worth, that I'd stolen their worth. Oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh yeah, find a brand new friend, keep them till the end. Find a brand new world, make it one a word. Ba-da-da-da-da, 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 ba-da-da-da-da.
Thank you.
For these stories and so much more, head over to limerickpost.ie/show. I'm Meghann Scully. This is the Limerick Post Show, keeping Limerick posted.